All right, my beautiful friends. I'm going to try not to laugh here. And I'm being serious. We have to talk. This is insane. All right, so this is my post-market wrap-up for this Tuesday, July 9th, 2019. I almost don't know where to start. All right, let's start off with the basics. So here's how this market ended today. Let's put a few things into perspective. This morning, stocks were lower across the board. Again, not by much. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down about 140 points. All the major indices were lower. And then some news gets out to the market, and this kind of all turned around. The NASDAQ finished nicely in the positive, S&P 500 positive. The Dow Jones Industrial Average lost about 23 points. It seems in this market, things are accelerated. Again, let's back up to this morning. We had a sell-off in the bond market. We had a sell-off in the stock market. We had cash moving into the dollar, just like I explained to you. It was looking for somewhere to go. Well, it kind of got its cue from some of the news we got. Well, what was the news we got? Well, it appears, and this is going to be shocking to you, I am sure, that the European Central Bank is gearing up for a major bond buying extravaganza. I mean, this really shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone, and the market loves this. Not only does the market love it, but the market really loves it. Why? Because the Federal Reserve is about to follow suit. Whatever you're hearing, it's nonsense. As a matter of fact, there was a guy today on CNBC, I wish I had his name, from Goldman Sachs, who explained right on live TV that the market is dictating to the Fed and the Fed will comply. Well, who does that sound like? Maybe me. And you too. We all understand how this is working, and they try to make us believe that this is not the case. Of course, the markets, all of them, are dictating to their central banks what they want. It is not the opposite way. And anyone who believes that it's the opposite way is deluded. So we get this, news out of the ECB. They're about to go nuclear, like I have explained to you for weeks now. Well, it appears that what I've said is actually about to take place, and the Federal Reserve is going to follow suit as well. These next couple of days, tomorrow and Thursday, when it starts talking, remember what's going on, and you seem to like this, a lot of you. What Powell is doing right now, he's standing in front of a mirror, reading the script, standing there in his baggy underwear, making sure he gets everything right. Now, understand what's going to happen tomorrow. He's going to read a statement. Obviously, that's what he's doing now. He's trying to memorize it. And then he's going to be asked questions. Just like every other time, I want you to pay attention to something. When he's asked a question, watch his eyes, watch his body movement. He immediately looks down at his desk. This is because he has to, sometimes he doesn't remember the answers to the questions that are given to him in advance. Most of these questions, not all of them, most of these questions are submitted in advance. Okay, nothing is going to be real. Could you imagine if a person like yourself or me were allowed to ask this guy some questions, some real questions? It's all going to be fake, and it's all scripted. And again, he's in his baggy underwear right now practicing. He is rehearsing right now. It's a joke. It's a clown show of epic proportions that they try to fist feed us is real. We know what they're going to do. They have no freaking choice. And look at the market. Like I said, it's all accelerated. This morning, bonds were selling off. Stocks were under pressure. There was that safety play into the dollar. Then all of a sudden, oh yeah, the ECB is about to go nuclear, like Greg Mannarino says. And all of a sudden, boom, cash makes its way back into the stock market. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible what we are seeing. There is no free market economy whatsoever, but we're being told it is. Really? Yeah, that's what they're trying to tell us. It's incredible. Anyway, with that said, I don't know what else there's to say, at least for now. And tomorrow, I really cannot wait to hear it speak tomorrow, to watch its body movement, to watch it stare down at his desk when he's asked a question. Seriously. I really wonder how many real questions we're going to get. Maybe one, maybe two. The rest of them, all scripted, all nonsense. But let's see how the market reacts to this guy, because he's walking a tightrope, understand. And the market always overreacts to things. But the bottom line is, no matter what happens, let's say, hypothetically, that tomorrow, Powell, wearing his nice suit on top of his baggy underwear, says something wrong. Well, the market might drop, but buy that freaking dip. I don't know what else to say. It's just too stupid, because we know what the ECB is going to do. The setup is to get the felon in there. You know who the felon is, right? I'm not even going to mention her name. Well, the felon over there who couldn't get a job at 7-Eleven, like Greg Hunter and I spoke about recently, is going to more than likely head the ECB, and she is saying that negative rates are good around the world. Let's think about that. But we won't even mention names here, because it doesn't even really matter who it is. It could be a felon. It could be an it. It could be a puppet, which more than likely it is, and I mean like a hand puppet. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who runs these central banks, because we know what they're going to do. So we will refer to the ECB as being led by another entity, and our Fed is being run by an it, because that's really what we have. It's the truth, and it's just too unbelievable. With that said, let's watch the show tomorrow. Break out the popcorn and beer. It's going to be epic. See you tomorrow.